Hi guys, welcome back to Loggery. How are you all doing? I hope all of you are doing fine. All of you are safe. Today we are going to talk about that how you can prepare for CLAT 2023 that is going to happen in December 2022. How you can prepare for this exam from February 2022 from zero, bilkul zero से how you can start now, start from scratch. I'm going to discuss the entire strategy. Also I'm going to give you a 10 months day to day schedule. बिल्कुल बिल्कुल इस वीडियो में आपको टाइम टेबल मिलेगा. So a lot of you are worried because you thought that the exam is going to take place in May 2023, whereas it is happening in December 2022. There is nothing to worry. You have good amount of time. This is the time, this much time you need to prepare for the exam. In this video we are not only going to discuss the syllabus, I'm also going to tell you about the important topics. I'm going to tell you about the important topics, the topics you need to cover first. We're going to discuss about the important topics, and thereafter we are going to divide these topics into most expected ones and the less expected ones. So you will know what is most important and what is less important. Thereafter we are going to talk about the books from wherein you need to study or the resources that you should study from, and then I'm going to tell you how you should study, how to study part we are going to cover, and obviously your timetable part. We are also going to discuss time and again the mistakes that you should not make, mistakes to avoid. I'm going to talk about those also. Even if you have joined a coaching institute, I would say please watch the complete video. This is going to help you. Self studying is the key. You have to go for self study. Even if you have joined a coaching institute, if you have not joined a coaching institute, this is your guide, complete guide from A to Z. It is very important that you go through this video. Not only going through this video, you should also prepare your notes, wherein because I've discussed everything in this video. So please watch this video till the end. Let's get started. Yeah guys, welcome to Loggery. I hope you're subscribed to Loggery's YouTube channel and hit that bell notification so that you do not miss any of our videos. And I hope you're following us on Instagram. We're there by the name at I am Loggery. We do pretty motivational stuff out there. If you want to stay happy, if you want to stay motivated, and if you want to stay connected a little more with Loggery, then do follow us on Instagram. One question that everyone is asking me is, can you crack CLAT 2023 to be held in December 2022 if you start from now? Can you? क्या मैम अगर मैं अभी फेब 2022 से पढ़ना स्टार्ट कर दूं तो क्या मैं दिसंबर 2022 में जो क्लैट होने वाला है वो क्लियर कर सकता हूँ या सकती हूँ? Yes, you can clear CLAT if you start studying from February 2022. Yes, you can, my dear Logarians. Let's have a look. February 2022 now, right? Your exam is in December 2022. Even if we say that you might have your boards in November or December, because this term 1 term 2 situation is here to stay, then also, like, even if we cross out these 2 months, because you might have to study for your boards, then also we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 months. 8 months. We have 8 months in our hands. है ना, हमारे पास 8 महीने हैं. We have 8 months. Even if, like, the schedule that I have created by May, here you will be able to complete your syllabus very easily. I'm not saying that study for 9 hours, 10 hours. No, even if you give minimum time, like even if you give me 3 hours a day, if you give me 3 hours a day also, no, you will be able to clear the exam. Even if you give 3 hours a day complete to CLAT preparation, you will be able to complete the syllabus by May 2022. जून में क्या होता है? जून में we have our summer vacations. Everybody has their summer vacations. Now these summer vacations can be utilized. These can be utilized for a full-fledged revision. These can be utilized for a full-fledged revision. I expect that you revise the syllabus 2 times here, because holidays you can give 8 hours to 9 hours, because there are no school. You can give 8 to 9 hours to your CLAT prep here. Even if 5 hours, like 8 to 9 hours, meaning 5 hours 2 6 hours if you give to your revision part in June, you revise, and here only you start with your mock tests also. And then you have your July, August, September. If you have done everything nicely, you attempt your mock tests, you analyze them, and then if you find that no, I analyze them, I find my weak topics, and then you can work on your weak topics also, because your major syllabus is done. Your major syllabus is done. 3 hours a day, 3 hours a day, which includes your newspaper reading also. Your newspaper reading is included. I'm going to share how you have to divide this time. इतना भी नहीं दे सकते. And every day, if someone is getting married, your friend had a breakup, you have a breakup, your boyfriend, girlfriend is not talking to you, no concerns. You have to study for 3 hours every day for CLAT. ये कर डाला तो your life is all set. I can guarantee you. It is very important to give these 3 hours from today itself. Very important. Why now is the best time? Why Feb 2022 is the best time to start? Because my kids, worry-free prep, worry-free prep. You know, when you are in September, October, you are going to think, oh, अब मैं boards की तैयारी करूँ. Should I study for boards? Should I study for CLAT? Then I'm going to say tell you, choose one. If you are a serious aspirant, you can choose that you will score only 80% in your boards and get a seat in CLAT. But now, if you start from Feb 2022, you will be scoring well in your boards. Relatives also happy, parents also happy, इज्जत भी बनी रहेगी society में, because I think your 10th and 12th boards are just kept for that, so that the society thinks you are intelligent. That's the only thing for 12th boards, right? So if you want that izzat, which I know a lot of you want, scoring well in boards plus getting a seat in an NLU, getting a seat in an NLU, what else do you want? सिर्फ और सिर्फ 3 घंटा मांग रही हूँ. 3 hours. I'm asking for 3 hours of self study. This should not include your tuitions or anything of else. No, 3 hours you studying for CLAT. If you do that from today till till the exam in December, you are all set. Eligibility criteria. Now, a lot of you have one question. I want to answer that question. Say you are giving CLAT in December 2022, right? Now in December 2022, you are in 12th class, right? Your boards are going to happen. Boards are due in 2023. So can you give December 2022 exam? Yes. Tell me, they'll be doing, taking exam is very, very expensive. When these guys set up the centers and everything for you guys, it is expensive. For whom they are going to conduct the exam? For these people only who have their boards in 2023. So even if your boards have not taken place, because your boards are due in 2023, and 2022 your term 1 might take place, you can give December 2022 का attempt. Are you getting it? A lot of people are confused. मेरा result नहीं आएगा. Obviously, how would the result come when the board is the two parts of board exams that happen now are not complete? How would the result come? So they also know. They know everything, right? So they'll take the exam, they'll put out the result. Your admission would be, they'll be calling it provisional admission. What is provisional admission? They'll see that if you score 45% in your boards and 40% if you're SC/ST category in your boards, and then only they'll give you a permanent admission, right? Okay. और अगर तुम्हारा नहीं आया, if you don't score 45% or 40%, they'll give the next person your seat. That is why they are going to be waiting lists. So don't worry. Okay, about the exam समझ लेते हैं. It is very important. If you have not made notes of this part, important. Maximum marks 150 marks. Duration of CLAT 2021 exam 2 hours. They are going to give you 2 hours to answer 150 questions, right? 150 questions of 1 mark each. हर एक question, one question is equal to 1 mark. One wrong question attempted, one wrong question is equal to minus 0.25 marks. Clear है? So that is what we call negative marking. When you attempt a wrong answer, जब आप एक गलत आंसर देते हो तो मार्क्स कटे तो उसको क्या कहते हैं? नेगेटिव मार्किंग. ठीक है, इतना समझ में आ गया. एंड यू ऑल्सो नीड टू रिमेंबर दैट देयर फॉर्मेट इज पैटर्न इज passage based. Passage based questions are going to be there. What do you mean by passage based questions? Every section is going to have passages followed by question. Your maths is also going to be passage based, current affairs also, logical, legal, English, all. Please check the previous year question paper of CLAT. Link is going to be in the description box. Now let's understand the marks distribution. Let's understand the marks distribution. English language, 28 to 32 questions. Please note down. Current affairs including general knowledge, 35 to 39 questions. Legal reasoning, 35 to 39 questions. Logical reasoning, 28 to 32 questions. Quantitative techniques, 13 to 17 questions. Now your English language basically consists of reading, comprehension. I'll also assist. अगर आप नए हो, if you are new to the world of CLAT and everything, I've done analysis of CLAT 2021 question paper. Please, I'll leave the link of that video in the description box. Please have a look at this video. Plus have a look at previous year question papers of 2020 and 2021 of CLAT. Link is going to be in the description box, right? Promise me you're going to do this in the chat section every week. Promise thee we are going to have a look. We are going to watch the video and have a look at previous year question papers as well, right? Promise, I trust you. Current affairs, your current affairs, newspaper based, newspaper, right? Your general knowledge. Now this doesn't mean static GK. A lot of you think that this means static GK. No, cross. It is just that whatever current events are going to be there in news, you need to know about their background. आपको उनका background पता होना चाहिए, because उसमें से questions आ सकते हैं. तो ये समझेंगे कैसे आपको cover करनी है, how you have to cover your current affairs. Legal reasoning is your law. Logical reasoning is we are going to discuss. Quantitative techniques is your maths. Quantitative techniques is your maths plus data interpretation. Are we clear on marks distribution about the exam and everything? Let's move on to the syllabus part now. Very important. We are going to discuss the syllabus, and I expect that everyone is going to make notes in the chat section. Notes. Yes, we are going to create notes. Very important. You need to take the help of your planner. If you know how to start a planner and how to do everything on Miss Being, that is my other channel, I have done the videos. Please have a look at the planner video. It's going to help you. It is going to be life changing. Please. Talking about English. So English can be equated to reading comprehension, because your entire English section is going to have what? Reading comprehension. So first run, what you're going to cover, your reading comprehension and figures of speech, which is one of the question types of reading comprehension, right? Please note everything that I'm writing and that I have written. So reading comprehension, how will you cover reading comprehension? Let's discuss that. So your step one is to understand how to solve, understanding how to solve different types of RC questions. That is what you have to understand. RC क्या होता है? RC is reading comprehension, right? So you have to understand how to solve different types of RC question. How to do that? You are going to do that by reading your theory. From where to read the theory? From you have to read your theory from Arun Sharma. You have to read your theory from Arun Sharma. Please, this is a Meenakshi Upadhyay Arun Sharma only reading comprehension part. This is a book for CAT. Now you will say, in school also they teach us reading comprehension. Can I use my school book? No, because the school level RC, the difficulty level is low, right? Here the difficulty level is high. So we need to understand how to solve. And step 2 is going to be, what is your step 2? practice. You have to practice. How to practice? You have to practice. Now you've understood how to solve the questions. Main theme का क्या मतलब है, tone of the passage पूछ रहे हैं उसका क्या मतलब है. I have also done a video. You can watch my video also. Right? Back in the school, we are taught that okay, how to find the answer, how to create the answer, and we are done. We are finding the answer. But here you have to analyze the passage. That we are not taught. Once we learn that, you will be able to answer the questions for the RC part. Right now you need to practice. How to practice? You can practice from Arun Sharma's book that I'm assuming you're going to buy for sure. Arun Sharma's book ka link is going to be in the description box, right? And you have to practice, plus you have to practice previous year question papers में से previous year question papers of CLAT and ALET reading comprehensions. Okay, you're going to buy the book. The link of which previous year question papers you have to buy is going to be in the description box. You need to buy previous year question papers and you have to practice reading comprehensions. Now I need some space, so I'm going to erase, and I hope you have noted down. So what is our aim? By the end of everything, reading the theory, practicing, our aim is that you should be able to solve 5 RCs in 30 minutes. This is what we are aiming at. ये हमारा aim है that we should be able to solve 5 RCs in 30 minutes. If you watch my video, you'll get to know how. 5 RCs in 30 minutes means we need our answers to be correct and we need a speed. Right? This is our aim. So you got to time yourselves. Take 5 RCs, take 30 minutes, solve. Like on day one, you won't be able to solve 5 RCs in 30 minutes. It is going to take time. So practice, practice, and practice. Practice is the key. Okay, now your reading comprehension and figures of speech is a first run topic. Now figures of speech you need to cover from videos of YouTube, right? Create your own notes and you are done. Okay, now these are your first run topics. It means in your timetable they should be in the first few months itself, right? Second run, now these are least expected, maybe least expected. Till now they are not there but might be there, and we are going to keep them in the last, for the last, right? They should not be done first, they should be done in the last if we have time, right? That is your grammar. You are going to cover your subject verb agreement and tenses. That too least expected hai, maybe. This is a maybe topic, right? From where you need to cover, you can cover this from SP Bakshi, you can cover from any book, you can cover from RS Agarwal, Objective English, any. But you're not even going to buy these books in the beginning. You're going to buy your Arun Sharma in the beginning. This is for your last. When you are done with your entire syllabus, then we come on this, right? Logical reasoning, we have to focus on first run topics, important topics, very very important topics, 99.9% sure short topics, whatever you want to call them. Arguments, assumptions, inference, conclusion, very very important, very very important. You need to buy GMAT's book for Willy or any other GMAT, GRE, your book, CAT book, any book which wherein you find that okay, I'm going to understand these topics really nicely. You can also go for MK Pandey first and then for this book, but if you think that I want to directly go to an advanced book, then go for GMAT GRE CAT book, advanced book, right? You need to go for an advanced level book because we guys have never studied critical reasoning in the school. In foreign countries, they teach their kids from like 5th standard. Critical reasoning is there in the syllabus, so for them it's easier. For us, we need an advanced, we need a book wherein everything is explained in a better manner so that we get what is this, what are these topics, right? So first run we are going to cover these. Again, you got to practice questions from previous year papers because of the level that you're going to get. Second run we have puzzle test type of questions, your circular arrangements and all that type of questions, right? For this, the book I have told you, for this you need to get this book called Verbal and Non-Verbal Reasoning by R.S. Agarwal. Verbal and Non-Verbal Reasoning by R.S. Agarwal. Again, you are not going to solve the entire book of R.S. Agarwal, only this particular topic you got to solve, but again for the last, not the first, right? Legal aptitude, we also call this subject as legal reasoning. क्या बोलते हैं हम इसको? legal reasoning भी बोलते हैं. So topics: Indian Constitution, torts, criminal law, contracts. This you have to study. For Indian Constitution, I also have my own course wherein I have taught you Indian Constitution, and tried to explain you. I have tried to make Indian Constitution really, really easy for you. The link is going to be in the description box. You can check that out. Now, how to study for your legal reasoning? You got to read the theory. Read the theory is your first step. Now, from where to read the theory? You can read your theory either from Willy or A.B. Bharadwaj or AP Bharadwaj. Now, since we are from now on, I'm telling you that you have to buy previous year question papers. So in those previous year question papers, for sure, we are going to have questions from legal reasoning also. So you're going to buy previous year question papers for ALET and CLAT. So since you have previous year question papers, because we used to prefer AP Bharadwaj because this has previous year questions of legal reasoning. ठीक है ना? For if you're so you can go for Willy because now you will have previous year question papers separately. Right? Sorry for the long explanation I gave. So yeah, you can go for Willy or AB Bharadwaj. Link is going to be in the description box. Read the theory is step number 1. Now, when you are reading the theory, you need to make sure that you are understanding or getting comfortable with legal language. You are getting comfortable with legal language, right? Because, for example, I give this example always. For example, if you are reading what is theft, right? Now, what do? We start learning what is theft. No, you don't need to learn, because in the exam they're going to give you the entire definition of theft, and then they're going to give you a situation and ask, is this theft or not? Tell us, is this theft or not? So you got to be comfortable with this thing, that when you are reading the law and when you have to apply the law to a situation, that thing you have to be comfortable with. You don't need to learn what is theft, because there in the exam they're going to tell you what is theft. Understanding? So we don't need to learn, and instead we need to understand and get comfortable with legal language, right? For this I have done a video called legal reasoning. Go to your YouTube, type legal reasoning, Logiri, find the video, check out that video, you'll understand everything. So this is what you have to focus, that you don't have to learn things. Instead, you have to get comfortable. You have to apply the law to the situations, and the law is going to be provided. You don't have to learn the law. Clear hai? And these questions are called legal reasoning questions, and we are going to practice. We are going to practice questions. From where we are going to practice? Previous year question. You're going to practice previous year questions of ALET and CLAT. So you're going to buy previous year question papers of ALET as well as CLAT. Clear hai? What is this legal reasoning questions? Let's understand this. What are these legal reasoning questions? Now, what used to happen was there before 20, there are two eras in CLAT. One is before 2020 and the other one is after 2020. Right? Now, before 2020, what used to happen was the questions were like, they used to give you a principle, and principle was the law, and then they used to give you a fact, that is a situation. For example, A without B's knowledge took out from his purse rupees 10. Is it theft or not? They'll give you the definition of theft here and the situation here, and then options, right? Now, after 2020, what started happening? Rather, in 2020 and after 2020, what started happening was that they started giving a paragraph, right? In this paragraph, they hide the law. What they do? They hide the law, right? And everything else stays the same. They'll give you a situation, and then also they are going to give you options. So basically, they have started hiding the law, right? So the skill that you have to acquire of solving questions stays the same. So even if you're solving the before 2020 questions of legal reasoning, you will be able to solve these paragraph type of questions. So if you solve the previous year question paper questions of legal reasoning from ALET and CLAT, you will be able to solve these paragraph type of questions for sure. Are you getting it? When you start reading and solving and everything, you will get it. Okay. Quantitative techniques. ठीक है ना? Quantitative techniques is your maths and data interpretation together. Right. So basic maths is there plus data interpretation. Now, how to cover your basic maths? For basic maths, go for your 30 Days Wonder by S. Chand. Go for your book called 30 Days Wonder by S. Chand. इसमें से you don't have to solve your trigonometry and all. Please don't solve those topics. AP, arithmetic progression और ये वाले topics है towards the end. You don't have to solve those. बाकी you can solve from this book. 30 days book, entire book, right? You have to solve. And for data interpretation, you have to solve chart, bar diagram, bar graph, tabular diagram, line graph from this book called Olive Board, and you have to just solve their level 1. That is sufficient. Please don't solve the entire book. And for maths, please don't solve this book called Quantitative Aptitude by Quantitative Aptitude by R.S. Agarwal. Please don't go for this book. Please, I beg you, please don't go for this book. आपके 17 questions max आने हैं यहाँ से, और आप इतनी बड़ी book नहीं solve कर सकते, इतना time नहीं है हमारे पास. आप इतनी बड़ी book नहीं solve कर सकते, इतना time नहीं है हमारे पास maths के लिए. And please also create a formula list for maths that you can solve again and again. I'll also try to put up a formula list for you soon, maths related. Coming over to general knowledge, that we can also call current affairs. Reading the Hindu every day. This is something that you should pledge, like take a pledge from today that I so and so, like I Logiri is going to read the Hindu every day, come what may. I am sick, I am not feeling well. Reading newspaper every day for 1 hour, like minimum, a maximum. I'm not saying max, minimum 1 hour. Maximum you need to give this 1 hour. Please, I don't want those kids who are reading newspaper for 3 to 4 hours or even 2 hours. But what are you reading in the newspaper, dude? You don't have to read the entire newspaper. Who told you to read the entire newspaper? And what is this trend of reading the editorials? Tell me. You have to read the editorial if it is important, right? If it deals with an important topic. Not every editorial deals with an important topic. Can you get it? ये क्या trend है? What is this trend? So 1 hour is the maximum that you have to give. 1 hour से ज़्यादा time नहीं हमारे पास. Okay, simple. Reading the newspaper, The Hindu every day. I post the important news on my Instagram handle, that is at I am Logiri. If you're not on Instagram, I have started posting it on my website as well. That is www.logiri.com. Right, so this is what you have to do. You don't have to read the entire newspaper, you only have to read the important articles. Okay, reading one monthly, and what you have to do, you have to read one monthly current affairs magazine. This can be IS Vision or this can be Drishti IS, right? These are free PDFs that are available on their website. The link is going to be in the description box. Now the difference between these two is one monthly magazine. Now IS Vision gives you one monthly magazine. They give you 2 magazines in 1 month, right? Now you can opt for any one. You can go for IS Vision or Drishti IS. Please choose one only. Don't be super smart, because look, if you start following 3 magazines or even 2 magazines, you're going to go mad. You're going to go mad, because if you want to find that 1 or 2 to 3 different news articles, you will go crazy. Because look, the important, very important, little less important, little less important news, everybody is going to cover for sure. They are experts, they know how to collect news, right? So don't run behind 3 or even 2 magazines, because you're going to go mad. Read one magazine 10 times. Read one magazine 10 times, and that way you will be able to learn also. Which magazine is good for you? Open both your IS Vision and Drishti IS. Go through them and you decide. Because किसी को IS Vision अच्छा लगता है, किसी को Drishti IS. ठीक है? Duration. Now a lot of you have created your own durations that the exam is going to take place. So the CLAT 2022 takes place in May 2022. Since it takes place in May 2022, we need to cover the news from June 2022 till December 2022, and obviously in December we have the exam. So the conclusion is that we have to cover news from June 2022 till November 2022. Wow, this is not the truth. You need to cover the news for previous 1 year, and therefore you have to read minimum, you have to read from January 2022 till December 2022. Please stop doing these analysis. No, if you analyze CLAT 2021, they had questions from January 2020, February 2020. That proves, hence proved hevo. So you need to cover minimum from January 2022 till December 2022. Matlab November 2022, you got to cover the news, right? You have to do both of this. That is, read the newspaper and reading current affairs magazine, right? Because these magazines are going to help us in, they will give us the background information, right? They'll research for us, they'll give us the background information. And also you need to buy the hard copy. You need to buy the hard copy. Link is going to be in the description box. Hard copy is available on Amazon, or you can also go out for printouts, right? Please don't study online, because then you won't have notes, and without revising you cannot remember your current affairs. Okay, you have to decide certain things. You have to decide certain things for current affairs. You have to take certain decisions for your current affairs. Number one is handwritten notes. Are you going to create handwritten notes? Now a lot of you are going to ask, are these mandatory? Is this mandatory? देखो नहीं, mandatory नहीं है, ठीक है ना? If it is not mandatory, if you don't want to go for handwritten notes, no, don't go for it. If you think it is wastage of time, look, either you need to be consistent, ठीक है ना? या तो consistent, you are going to create notes every day. Obviously then you're going to take 1 more hour to make notes. If you have that much of time, great, go ahead with that. If you don't want to, cross it out. And instead what you can do is, instead your these magazines, in your magazines only, underline, mark, add, note down pointers, do everything of that sort. Note down pointers, and these magazines would only act as your notes. These magazines are going to act as your notes, right? So take the decision, please. A lot of people say, oh, मैंने 1 महीने का notes बनाया, अब मैं क्या करूं? उनको डस्टबिन में फेंक दो. Because if you are, either you are consistent or you're not, right? If you're not, then don't waste time. Okay, one more tip that I want to give you is another kind of notes that you can create. Not notes, you can learn and write. Like when you are reading the newspaper, what you can do is you can learn and write. Try to learn, right? Whenever you read the newspaper, you can write down the important news roughly, so that you are able to learn. Because when you write and learn, that's an easier part, you can do that, but these are not going to be your notes, right? And guys, again repeating, there is no static GK in CLAT. No static GK. No static GK. Fix a slot for newspaper reading every day, right? Please fix a slot: 6 to 7 in the morning, 5 to 6 in the morning, 6 to 7 in the morning, 4 to 5 in the evening. What you want to do, 12 to 1, when that boring subject teacher is there who's teaching and you want to sneak in the newspaper, you might do that. I don't mind. How much time you need to give, ठीक है? कितना टाइम देना है आपको? देखिए, weekdays में I want that you should give 1 hour to your newspaper, not more than 1 hour, not more than 1 hour. And I want to tell you that newspaper boring लगेगा. You will find newspaper boring in the beginning, but please don't give up. हाथ जोड़ती हूँ मैं, like I'm with my joined hands, I beg you that please don't stop reading the newspaper. It is completely fine. Why would you understand the newspaper in the beginning? Because you've not read it ever and now you're reading it. So it will take time. You don't know what is going on between Ukraine and Russia because you've never read it. You never gave a damn. You were more interested that your best friend is dating whom, or what is the gossip in your class. But now you have to take interest in the gossip of the world and gossip of your own country, that is the current affairs. Time लगेगा भाई समझने में. It takes time when you change your school, and you have to understand the gossip of that school or that particular class that you are in. It takes time because you find out, okay, this is the guy, this is the girl, and all that stuff. समझ आया? So please don't give up. Even if you're not understanding anything, promise me you're going to read the newspaper. I post the important news on my Instagram. You can follow that. 2 hours studying subjects. Like that is equal to your 3 hours. 2 hours you're going to study subject 1 and subject 2 that I'm going to tell you in the schedule. Saturday and Sunday, Saturday ko bhi you're going to give 6 hours. Saturday you're going to give 6 hours, and Sunday also 6 hours. Sunday also 6 hours. ठीक है ना? 3 hours revising. 3 hours revising मतलब Sunday को भी 3 hours revising and 3 hours your normal schedule that you're going to follow. And sorry, Saturday को भी and Sunday को भी divided 3 hours, 3 hours. If you can give more than that time, you can study extra also, right? Okay, whenever you have free time, whenever you get free time, please study for CLAT. Day-to-day schedule. So now I'm going to talk about the day-to-day schedule, right? So this is the schedule that you should follow. Is a very practical schedule, guys. Right? We start with reading comprehension, Indian Constitution, then we move on to figures of speech, Indian Constitution arguments. We're going to give 1 hour to each topic. 1 hour to reading comprehension, 1 hour to your Indian Constitution, right? Thereafter, we have thoughts, inference. By 30th May, you will be done. Now, if your speed is more, then you can cover the next topics. You keep the sequence the same, okay, the order the same order में आप अपने topics cover करो. अगर आपकी speed less है, आप अलग से एक schedule बना सकते हो. आपको set a priority, don't run behind all the exam. Now, this is one thing that I want to talk to you. I know that you are not only preparing, most of you are preparing for other exams as well, like that of ALET, that is for NLU Delhi, then you have your SLAT, that is for Symbiosis, NLAT, MHCT, there are various other exams that you're preparing for. But I want to tell you that don't mix up everything, right? Don't create a syllabus wherein you say English, okay, CLAT का RC, ALET का grammar, और इसका ये इसका वो. No, don't create a big list like this. Not at all useful. Set a priority. Say, okay, CLAT is my priority, right? Because your major syllabus is going to be covered when you study for CLAT. Right, I'm going to show you. Look, after till December you study for CLAT nicely. Like thereafter, January to April 2023, you can cover the extra topics. What are your extra topics? Grammar, some topics like prepositions, models, puzzle type of questions like blood relations, coding, decoding, all you have to cover, which you can cover, between your January to April. Then you have your legal GK learning part. You have done your torts, contracts, criminal law, everything of that sort is done. What are you left with? Legal GK learning. पहले understand किया तो learning is going to be easy. Things I want you to do after watching this video, right? Number one thing is create a plan, right? I have given you a schedule, right? You need to create your own plan wherein you fix a slot, right? Fix a slot that I'm going to give 3 hours and when you're going to give those 3 hours. अगर fix कर लिया ना तो दिमाग अपने आप बोलेगा, your brain is going to tell you go study, man, right? A complete plan, month by month and weekly plan. You need to have your own planner. Planner is nothing but a notebook wherein you plan everything. Your daily needs to be daily plans. You should be doing that. I've done a video on my channel, Miss Being. Please watch that. And also I've done a video on this very channel, Giri. Also watch both the videos. You will be a pro when it comes to planning, time management. Staying consistent is very important. Look, you need to date CLAT for a year. For an year, you need to date CLAT if you want to get to NLU, right? So dating CLAT is a full-time job. It is not that you can do it on weekends or once in a while. No, every day, please. It is important. Staying motivated. It is very important that you stay motivated. You can use my journal theory again on Miss Being. I have shared the video that how you can start journaling, and this is going to help you in achieving your goals. Put the picture of an NLU that you want to get into. Let that come out. Like when you are fearful or when you are not motivated, look at the picture of an NLU that I want to get into this NLU. I have to work hard. I have to do my best. Please start journaling. It is going to help you in solving a lot of problems when it comes to studies and all that stuff. And also, whenever you're not motivated, whenever not motivated, like whenever you don't feel like studying, I would say have a look at the picture that you have posted of an NLU, have a look at your plan, which is very, very important. And whenever you have the fear might be there, if not an NLU, then what? If syllabus is not complete, then what? I'm not able to score this much, then what? Whenever you are fearful, remember that your aim is that I have to complete the syllabus. What is your duty? Nothing is in your hands. I know getting admission is 100% is not in your hands, but what is in your hands? In your hands it is to complete the syllabus, plus to revise, plus to solve mocks, and giving 100% at this is what is your this is, if you do this, this is giving you 100%. Rest the result, think positively. I talk about it on my channel Miss Being, wherein I say think good about yourself, give yourself those blessings that yes, I'll get into that. Never think bad of yourself, right? Positive thinking you have to inculcate in yourself. But what is your duty? You have to complete the syllabus, revise, solve marks. That's what you have to do. Leave the fear aside, tell the fear, talk to your fear. Self talks are really, really important to keep yourself motivated. Ask yourself, क्यों डर लग रहा है भाई? नहीं होगा ना, मैं अपना 100% दे रहा हूँ. I need to give my 100% so that I don't regret that I had time. I had time, but I did not use it well. Okay, ask those CLAT 2022 aspirants who knew that they have to study but they didn't, and now they are thinking about drop and everything else. You, my kids, have time. Why don't you study? Tell me. Let's do this. Share your problems in the comment section below and I'm going to answer them. Next very important thing is how to study. ठीक है ना, हाउ टू स्टडी फॉर द एग्जाम. सो बेसिकली आप अपनी प्रेपरेशन को 2 स्टेजेस में डिवाइड करोगे. स्टेज 1 के अंदर रीडिंग थ्योरी. सबसे पहले क्या करोगे, यू हैव टू रीड थ्योरी. मतलब रीडिंग थ्योरी का मतलब होता है कि इस वाले पार्ट के अंदर आप पहली बार किसी टॉपिक को पढ़ रहे हो तो ऑब्वियसली आप एक अच्छी अंडरस्टैंडिंग बिठाने की कोशिश करोगे अपने दिमाग में उस टॉपिक की. अंडरस्टैंडिंग के अंदर साथ साथ आप उसके नोट्स भी बनाओगे. ठीक है ना, नोट्स आप बुक में ही बनाओगे या जहाँ पे भी आप पढ़ रहे हो उसको. ठीक है, सेपरेट अपने रजिस्टर में नोट्स बनाने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. आप अंडरलाइन करोगे, मार्क करोगे. अगर एक पैराग्राफ में आपको ऐसा लग रहा है बहुत लंबा है और उसके शॉर्ट पॉइंटर्स बन सकते हैं तो वो शॉर्ट पॉइंटर्स भी बना लोगे. ठीक है ना, नोट्स बनाने इसलिए ज़रूरी है बिकॉज आप बार बार रिवाइज करोगे तो रिविजन बहुत ज़रूरी है. अगर आप लेस टाइम में रिवाइज करना चाहते हो तो यू नीड टू हैव योर नोट्स, राइट. दैट इज मेकिंग नोट्स हो गया. उसके बाद अटेम्प्टिंग एमसीक्यूज. देखिए इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू प्रैक्टिस. ठीक है ना, प्रैक्टिस अगर आप करोगे तो आपको पता चल जाएगा कि आपको थ्योरी अप्लाई करनी आ गई. अप्लाइंग थ्योरी इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो प्रैक्टिस होनी बहुत ज़रूरी है. आपको एक स्पीड बनानी बहुत ज़रूरी है. एंड थर्ड, आप अगर कोई मिस्टेक कर रहे हो तो अगर आपको लगता है कि मुझे थ्योरी दोबारा पढ़नी है तो आप वो पढ़ सकते हो. तो यू नो प्रैक्टिस इज़ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड यू कैन नॉट मिस आउट ऑन दैट. रिवाइजिंग ऑन वीकेंड्स मैं पहले ही कह चुकी हूँ कि रिविजन बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. एंड अगर आप फर्स्ट रीडिंग के टाइम पे अपने अच्छे खासे नोट्स बनाते हो तो आपका रिवीजन में जो टाइम है वो कम लगेगा. तो प्लीज़ नोट्स बनाइए, मार्क करिए, अंडरलाइन करिए, शॉर्ट पॉइंटर्स बनाइए. अगर कुछ एक्स्ट्रा आपको ऐड करना है तो पेजेस अटैच कर एक्स्ट्रा उसमें ऐड कर लीजिए. ठीक है ना, बुक में. तो एक जगह ही आपका सब कुछ होना चाहिए. स्टेज 2 के अंदर आप क्या करेंगे, तो स्टेज 1 इज बेसिकली आपको जल्दी से जल्दी सिलेबस कंप्लीट करना है. नाउ व्हेन आई से जल्दी से जल्दी डजंट मीन कि आप कुछ भी करके सिलेबस खत्म कर दोगे. आपको कुछ समझ में आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा पर आपका मेन एम है सिलेबस करना. नो, ऐसा नहीं है. कंप्लीटिंग द सिलेबस का मतलब है आप प्रॉपरली सिलेबस कंप्लीट करोगे. एंड हमारा सिलेबस एक टॉपिक तब कंप्लीट माना जाएगा जब हमने उसको अच्छे से समझ लिया है, जब हमने उसके नोट्स बना लिए, प्रैक्टिस कर लिया और उसको रिवाइज भी कर लिया. ठीक है, वंस योर सिलेबस इज कंप्लीट तो हमारी स्टेज 1 कंप्लीट हो गई. हम स्टेज 2 पे आ गए जिसके अंदर हम 3 चीज़ें करेंगे. क्या करेंगे, एक तो रिविजन, वी आर गोइंग टू रिवाइज. ठीक है ना, अटेम्प्ट मॉक टेस्ट. ठीक है, अटेम्प्ट मॉक टेस्ट. एंड फिर हम मॉक टेस्ट को एनालाइज करेंगे. वी आर गोइंग टू एनालाइज द मॉक टेस्ट. एंड जो हमें टॉपिक्स वीक टॉपिक्स हैं वो ढूंढेंगे हम अपने, और हम अपने वीक टॉपिक्स को स्ट्रॉन्ग टॉपिक्स बनाएंगे. क्या करेंगे, वीक टॉपिक्स को स्ट्रॉन्ग टॉपिक्स बनाएंगे. ठीक है, नॉट एट ऑल अ प्रॉब्लम. रिविजन करना है, रिविजन कैसे करना है ये समझ लेते हैं. देखिए रिविजन करने के लिए इट इज़ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि आप ऑब्वियसली थ्योरी पढ़ें जिसके आपने नोट्स बनाए हुए हैं. ठीक है, प्लस रैंडम क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करें. ठीक है ना। चाहे पहले भी आपने वो क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करे बट आप रैंडम क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करेंगे। आप ये भी कर सकते हैं कि जब फर्स्ट टाइम आप किसी को चीज क्वेश्चंस को सॉल्व करें, आपको जो क्वेश्चंस डिफिकल्ट लगते हैं या जिन क्वेश्चंस को आपने रॉन्ग अटेम्प्ट किया आप उनको मार्क कर लीजिए, एंड टेस्ट के टाइम पे आप यही रैंडम क्वेश्चंस सॉल्व करें। सो रिवीजन के अंदर थ्योरी पढ़नी है और रैंडम क्वेश्चंस एज टेस्ट सॉल्व करने हैं। मॉक टेस्ट जो है वो आपने सॉल्व करना है। स्टार्टिंग के अंदर देखिए आपके पास कितना टाइम है, आप 1 to 2 मॉक्स अ वीक कर सकते हैं जब एग्जाम पास आ गया, एंड उससे पहले 1 मॉक अ वीक वुड बी इनफ। और मॉक को एनालाइज करना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है, बिकॉज हमारा मेन पर्पस ऑफ सॉल्विंग मॉक क्या है, पर्पस क्या है मॉक्स का सॉल्विंग, पर्पस ऑफ सॉल्विंग मॉक्स ये है कि हमें सबसे पहले पता चल जाए कि हमारी कोई वीकनेस तो नहीं, ऐसा टॉपिक जो हमारा वीक है कोई, ठीक है ना, नंबर 1। नंबर 2, हम कोई सिली मिस्टेक तो नहीं कमिट कर रहे हैं। नंबर 3, हमें पता होना चाहिए कि हमें टाइम कैसे मैनेज करना है। टाइम मैनेजमेंट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। टाइम मैनेजमेंट वाला वीडियो जो मैंने क्लैट वालों के लिए किया हुआ है, प्लीज वो चेक कर लीजिएगा। नेगेटिव मार्किंग कैसे हैंडल करनी है, दैट इज अनदर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग। तो ये सब चीजें आपको हैंडल करनी, कैसे क्या करना है, वो कब आएगा, जब आप मॉक टेस्ट अटेम्प्ट करोगे। वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट मिस्टेक्स दैट स्टूडेंट्स कमिट इज अभी तक उनका सिलेबस पूरी तरह से खत्म नहीं हुआ है एंड वो मॉक टेस्ट अटेम्प्ट कर रहे हैं एंड वो उनको मोटिवेट नहीं कर रहा है, इंस्टेड वो डिमोटिवेट कर रहा है। आप जब तक आपका सिलेबस खत्म नहीं हो रहा है, इंस्टेड यू कैन गो फॉर सेक्शनल टेस्ट, ठीक है ना। सेक्शन वाइज टेस्ट आप ले सकते हो, टॉपिक वाइज टेस्ट ले सकते हो जब तक सिलेबस खत्म नहीं हुआ है, ठीक है ना। तो अपने आप को डीमोटिवेट करने का कोई फायदा नहीं है, ठीक है ना। हाँ ऑब्वियसली करंट अफेयर्स है, थोड़ा बहुत इधर उधर आपके टॉपिक्स रह गए, तब आप मॉक टेस्ट अटेम्प्ट कर सकते हो, बट अपने दिमाग में रखना कि हाँ मेरे कुछ टॉपिक्स नहीं हुए। एनालाइज करना मॉक टेस्ट को बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है। I've already done videos that how you should analyze. I'll leave a link of the video in the description box below. So guys, that's it for today's video. I hope this video is helpful for you, and if it is helpful, please like कर देना, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर देना, कमेंट करके मेरे से डिस्कस करो कि what problems are you facing, how can I help you, to make sure that you get a seat in an LU, right? Comment करके मुझे बताओ. You can chat with me on my Instagram, that is at @IamLogiri, and also guys you can book a paid session with me, that would be a one-on-one session. You can find the details in the description box below. So yeah, that's it. Logiri signing off. You guys keep on studying.